Today I have another mix and match square for you. In this project I'm using double crochets, V-stitches and simple puff stitches. It's a 3-round repeat and you can make it any size you like. I also have the simpler version without the V-stitches and I'm going to show you both today. We're going to start with this version first because once you know how to make this, it's super easy to adapt and make this one instead. So choose your favorite yarn and colors and let's get started. We're going to start with the ring. So I am going to make a slip knot and put it on my hook. And we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going into the first chain and we're going to slip stitch to create a little ring we can work in. If you prefer it, you can also make a magic ring, or maybe you only need to chain 4 or you need to chain 6 to make the ring. And we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. This will be our first double crochet. We're going to chain 1 more, so a total of 4. Yarn over, go into the ring and put in 1 double crochet. Like that. And we're going to chain 1 and add in another double crochet. We're going to repeat that all the way around until we have 8 double crochets and 8 chains. I'm going to do my last chain and I'm going to find my third chain. So we have 4 chains in the beginning and I'm going into my third chain and slip stitching to end the round. So we have 8 chain spaces that we will be working in, and in 4 of them we're going to build corners with puff stitches, and we're going to have 2 puff stitches in each, and in the other chain spaces we're going to have 1 chain puff stitch. I have a slip knot on my hook, and normally we're going to start with a chain 3 to start the puff stitch, but I don't really like that, so I'm just going to slip stitch my yarn onto the project, and I'm going to just pull up. So normally we'll chain 3 to get the right height, but this is more or less the height I'm going for, and I don't think it looks very nice with the chain 3 on the puff stitches. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to yarn over, go into the same space, grab the yarn, come up, pull the loops up, so I have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, back into the same space, grab the yarn, come up, and I have 5 loops on the hook. This is not quite as many as we're going to have on the others, but I do think this is the best way to start the puff stitch. I'm going to yarn over and go through all the stitches. I'm going to chain 3, 2, and 3. Chaining 3 because it's a corner. Then we have the right height, so I'm going to yarn over, go back into the same stitch, grab the yarn, come up, same height, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over into the same, come up, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over into the same, grab the yarn, come up, and we have 7 loops on our hook. I'm going to yarn over and go through all of them like that. And now we're going out of the corner, so I'm going to chain 2. So the first one will close off the puff stitch, and then 1 more. Like that. So this will be our corners. Puff stitch, chain 3, puff stitch. And remember, we're closing off the stitch with the chain. So no, the 2 chains are, well, 3 chains in the corner is the total of chains. So we have 2 chains now. We move over to the next chain space over here, yarn over, go in, grab the yarn, come up, pull up the loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, go in, and pull up 7 loops on the hook, and yarn over and go through all of them. And again, we're not in a corner, so we're chaining 2, 1, and 2. And then we're back with another corner, so just yarn over, go in there, put in your first puff stitch, and then like that, whoops, and then go through all of them, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then one more puff stitch in the same space. Oh, just pull up, no double crochets, just puff stitches. 1 and 2 and 3. Go through all of them and chain 2 this time. And that is just how we're going to repeat all the way around. So I'm ending the puff stitch round by slip stitching into the top of this first puff stitch that we did. So when we did the chains, it created a little top, and I'm just going in there and slip stitching to end the round. I'm going to start the third round in a corner, so I have a slip knot on my hook. Let's just attach our yarn with a slip stitch. And we're going to chain 3 because we're starting with 1 double crochet. You can also do a standing stitch if you prefer that. So this will count as our first double crochet. I'm going to add in 1 more double crochet, chain 2, and add in 2 more double crochets. And this will be our new corner. All the corners will be built like this: 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, like that. Then we're moving over to the top stitch of the puff over here, so sitting right next to the corner. Yarn over, go in, put in 1 double crochet. Then we have our 2 chains, and in there we're going to put in 2 double crochets. That is fairly easy to remember. And then we have a puff stitch top coming up, put in 1 double crochet up here, chain 2, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and a puff stitch top, 1 double crochet. And then we're back at a corner, and that will be 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. So the last stitch of this round will be in a puff stitch top up here. And after that, we're just going to slip stitch in our third chain from the beginning. So your first double crochet stitch, just going to slip stitch in the top up here. We are again starting in a corner. I have a slip stitch, slip knot on my hook, sorry, and we're going to start with a double crochet. So I'm just going to attach with a slip stitch like that, and then we're going to start building a V-stitch. So we're going to chain 3. That will count as our first double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1 more because there will be 1 chain between the 2 double crochets, and yarn over and put in a double crochet. So if you don't know it, this is a V-stitch. 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. And we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put in a V-stitch in the corner 1 more. So yarn over, go in, put in 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So this will be the corners moving forward for this round. 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, which is a V-stitch. So V-stitch, chain 2, V-stitch. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches. So those we made on the previous round in the corner. And we're moving over to the 3rd stitch. So that is the top of the double crochet that is attached to your puff stitch down here, if that makes it easier for you to find. And we're going to put in 1 V-stitch. So yarn over, put in 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So the V-stitches will, you have the puff stitch, you have a double crochet on top of that puff stitch, and then your V-stitch will be in that stitch as well. Skip 2 stitches, move over to the 3rd, so this one in the center, and this is the same deal. Yarn over, go into the top stitch, put in a V-stitch, like that. Again, skip 2, move over here. Again, also attached to the puff stitch, so that is a easy way to remember it. Whoop. In there, add in 1 V-stitch, And then we're back at a corner, and you can just start doing V-stitch, chain 2, V-stitch. And that is how it goes all the way around. I have completed my last V-stitch, and to end this round I'm going to find my third chain. So remember we had 4 chains in the beginning, so finding my third chain, and in there I'm going to slip stitch to end the round. That was the first 4 rounds, and from now on it's really just a repeat of the puff stitch round, the double crochets, and the V-stitch. But I just want to show you real quick how to place your puff stitches on the V-stitch round, because we didn't do that yet. And after that I'll explain to you how you do the square without the V-stitch, where to place your puff stitches. We are again starting in a corner up here, and we're starting with a puff stitch. I'm going to attach my yarn with a slip stitch, and I am again going to pull up. Some people might not like this, but you can chain 3 instead if you prefer that. I'm going to yarn over and go in and pull up the stitch, and go in and pull up the stitch. And that is my first puff stitch. I'm going to chain 3 because this is a corner. 2 and 3. Next to it I'm going to put in 1 more puff stitch. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to yarn over, go through all of them. So this is not different from the other round. Chain 2 to close it off and move on. So this is the same as we did on the first round, and we're going to repeat that as well on this round. But we're going to put in the puff stitches in the center of the V-stitches, so we have this chain 1 between the 2 double crochets, and this is where our puff stitches will be. So let's just make 1 or 2. 1, 2, and 3 times, yarn over and go through all of them, chain 2, move over to the next V-stitch, and just continue like that all the way around. There's nothing spectacular about this. This is just about where to place those puff stitches. When your square has the right size, you can consider which round to stop on or when to finish the project. I like to do it on the double crochet round because I think it makes the nicest and the most even border. But you can also do it after the puff stitch round, but then I would recommend that you put in 1 single crochet border all the way around. So just 1 single crochet in the top of the puff stitches, 2 between, and then in the corners I would put in, I think 5 single crochets. But instead of doing it like this, you can of course also keep it a little more simple and do it like this. The only difference is that we're working alternating between double crochet rounds and puff rounds. And the only thing that's different here is where to put the puff stitches. So let me show you that real quick. So to show you where to place the puff stitches in this version, I'm just going to use the sample that I already have. And well, basically on the other one we did the puff stitches and the V-stitches, and now we're doing it on the double crochets. We're going to start in the corner again, and again we're starting with puff stitches. So I'm just going to attach my yarn up here in the corner, just using this purple one because it's easy for you to see. I don't think you can see that very light yellow very well on camera. I'm going to pull up to start the puff stitch, and go down, pull up, go down, pull up, yarn over, go through all of them, chain 3 because it's a corner, put in 1 more puff stitch, so nothing new there, 2 and 3, and yarn over and go through all of them, and chain 2 because we're going out of the corner. And then have a look. So now we have our 2 double crochets in the corner. We have our 1 double crochet on top of the puff stitch, 2, 1, 2, 1, and so on. And we're going to use the ones that is already sitting in the puff stitch. So skip 2, yarn over, go into that stitch, double crochet top stitch, sitting on top of that other puff stitch, and place your puffs in here, your 1 puff stitch in here, and then chain 2, again, skip 2 stitches, move over here, and do the same 1 more time. So that is really the only difference if you choose not to have your V-stitches in your project. And then it will look like this. And you can, of course, also build this ever big you like, and just continue with this. And again, you can stop after a double crochet round, or you can stop after a puff stitch round and then maybe add single crochets to give it kind of a border styled look. That was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like this project and that maybe you feel like trying it out. I would love to hear which one you would prefer to do. So leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.